This is my second video lecture on the introduction to Raja Rao's Kanthapura, and in the previous video lecture, as you can see on this page, I had written about the author and also something about the text itself and how the author has taken the freedom struggle of India. This is the area of focus in this novel, and especially the Gandhian impact. Gandhian impact means the impact of or the effect of Mahatma Gandhi and his philosophy of nationalism on the struggle of India's freedom that was taking place at that time. I had also told you how Raja Rao had written this novel in 1929, and this was exactly the period in which Mahatma Gandhi had become. In the 1920s, he had become the very prominent leader of Indian National Congress, and hence his effect, as was seen in India, was reflected by Raja Rao in this novel Kanthapura, which we are studying in the course. And now let us move on, and in the next part we will see what was Gandhi's philosophy of nationalism. Why do we need to do this? Why do we need to understand what Gandhi thought about India? What is nationalism? Nationalism का क्या मतलब है? Gandhi's concept of India and being Indian. This is what we must understand. And why do we need to understand this? Is because in this novel, this philosophy of Gandhi is reflected. गांधी क्या सोचते थे वो इस नॉवल में बहुत अच्छी तरह से महात्मा गांधी की जो आइडियोलॉजी है उसे राजा राव ने प्रेजेंट किया है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट अस राइट डाउन Gandhi's idea of nationalism. This is what I was talking about. What did Gandhi think about India and Indianness? As I said, Gandhi's idea of nationalism. What did he think about India and what was his philosophy of Indianness? Especially India, which was under the control of the British. The important situation at this time was that India was under the control of the British. So, if we say that India was under the control of the British, it means that the British were the colonizers. What do you call the British? They were the colonizers. And what was his nationalist idea? Now this is very important. What was his nationalist idea? His nationalist idea was the new nationalism. It was different from the old nationalism. Why do we call it the new nationalism? Because in the old nationalism, it was believed that we need to learn from the colonizers and become better Indians, better Hindus. This was the old nationalism. Gandhi rejected this. तो पुराना नेशनलिज्म क्या कहता था कि हमें कॉलोनाइजर्स से, who are the colonizers? It is the British. So the old nationalism thought that even though we need to become free, independence तो हमें चाहिए, फिर भी कॉलोनाइजर्स से हम बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं इन ऑर्डर टू बिकम बेटर इंडियंस एंड बेटर हिंदूज. बट गांधी who followed the idea of new nationalism rejected this. वो कहता था ये बात बिल्कुल ही गलत है. What was Gandhi's belief? Gandhi's belief, new nationalism, मतलब गांधी खुद क्या बिलीव करते थे कि we means the ancient Indian and the ancient Hindu. गांधी बिलीव करते थे that we are a much superior civilization. superior का क्या मतलब होता है? that we are better. उनसे तो हम ऑलरेडी बहुत अच्छे हैं. हाँ, there is corruption. He believed that in the present India and in the present Hindu religion there is corruption, but the ancient Indian tradition and the ancient Hindu tradition was much superior civilization as compared to the Western civilization. So, if we are already superior, if we are better, why do we need to learn from them? We don't need to learn anything from them. We don't have to emulate them. So, we need not emulate them. Emulate एक बहुत ही important word है यहाँ पर, क्योंकि एम्यूलेट का मतलब है नकल करना. सो ही सेड वी डोंट नीड टू एम्यूलेट देम. हमें उनकी नकल करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. वाई? बिकॉज दे आर नथिंग इन कंपैरिजन टू द एंशियंट इंडियन और द एंशियंट हिंदू tradition. So this was his idea of new nationalism. Gandhi was completely against the Western philosophy, the Western civilization. In fact, he believed that the corruption of Indian ancient culture and tradition was because of the influence of the West. उल्टा गांधी बिलीव करते थे कि अगर एंशंट इंडियन और एंशंट हिंदू कल्चर में कुछ करप्शन हुई है, इनफैक्ट वेस्ट उसका कारण है. जो लोग वेस्टर्न कल्चर को फॉलो कर रहे हैं, उसी वजह से ये करप्शन हुई है. तो इसीलिए वेस्ट से कुछ सीखने का, लर्न करने का, ये एक वर्ड है. और वेस्ट को एम्यूलेट करने का, यानी उसकी नकल करने का कोई भी कारण हमारे पास नहीं है. दिस वॉज गांधीज आइडिया ऑफ न्यू नेशनलिज्म. सो यू मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दैट गांधी, अगर आपने सुना हो द टर्म स्वदेशी, दिस वॉज अ वेरी वेरी टिपिकल term that Mahatma Gandhi used in his philosophy, in his lectures. So Gandhi wanted the Indians to turn into themselves and not run after the Western civilization. स्वदेशी का मतलब ही होता है जो अपने देश का हो. ठीक है. So that is why he had his great focus on the khadi, the charkha, the swadeshi, and burning of everything that belonged to the Europeans and the Western culture. There is another contrast in which Gandhi believed. So Gandhi believed in this contrast. Contrast का मतलब होता है जब दो चीज़ें opposite हो. So Gandhi believed that the Indian culture represented morality, while the Western culture represented immorality. So this is important, this contrast between morality and immorality. This is what Gandhi believed, कि if we make any attempt if we make any attempt to be like the West, to be like the Britishers, we are actually moving from morality to immorality. This was his very, very strong belief. Okay, so this old nationalism was early 19th century, but Gandhi's nationalism, the new nationalism which was followed by Mahatma Gandhi, it was the late 19th century. It is also the early 20th century. This is the time when Mahatma Gandhi became he became the supreme leader of the masses. Masses का मतलब है the common Indian people. Mahatma Gandhi's speciality was that his name and his influence and his effect, it reached every corner of the country. Even the poorest of the poor people followed him. He was not a very classy leader. Classy का मतलब है अमीरों के लीडर नहीं थे. He was the leader of the masses. Masses का मतलब है कि वो हर गरीब और पिछड़े हुए के लीडर बने. जब वो 1920s में, 1920s का मतलब है अर्ली 20th सेंचुरी में, जब वो इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस के चीफ बने. And of course, his effect was in every corner of the country. This is very important. And also, please note down this very important book that Gandhi had written, the Hind Swaraj. He wrote this book in the year 1908. एक लीडर, उनके एक पॉलिटिकल लीडर बनने से काफ़ी पहले की लिखी हुई बुक है. 1908 में ही रोड दिस बुक called Hind Swaraj, and in the Hind Swaraj he had given every argument of I'm sorry, 1909 में लिखी थी उन्होंने, in 1909. So in Hind Swaraj he had given all his arguments of the new nationalism, of his philosophy of Swaraj, and what he thought about the British rule in India. लेकिन ये इतनी पहले की लिखी हुई बुक, चाहे वो लीडर काफ़ी बाद में बने, all his philosophy is mentioned over here, and this philosophy he put into his politics. अपनी politics में उन्होंने इस हिंद स्वराज की philosophy को डाला, जो कि उन्होंने अपनी किताब में काफ़ी पहले ही लिखी थी. And before I finish my lecture, there is another very important thing about Mahatma Gandhi that I need to put in here. Gandhi's belief about द ग्लोरियस इंडिया. एक चीज़ वो हमेशा मानते थे कि इंडिया अपने आप में एक ग्लोरियस कंट्री है विद अ रिच हेरिटेज and culture, but it is corrupted. Gandhi believed that when he was there, in his time, he believed that India is now corrupted, but there was still one thing that he believed. एक चीज़ में वो believe करते थे कि ये जो glorious India है, it was still alive. कहीं ना कहीं ये जिंदा है. It was still alive in the remote all of this that I have written over here, I am just going to explain to you that what did Gandhi believed about the glorious India. क्या कोई glorious India अभी भी जिंदा है? He said that it was still alive in the remotest of India's villages. कि शहर तो करप्ट हो गए हैं, लेकिन वो जो एक पुराना इंडिया है विद इट्स रिच हेरिटेज, with its rich culture, spiritual values, ये सब अभी भी अलाइव है, जिंदा है इन द रिमोटेस्ट ऑफ इंडियाज़ विलेजेस, जो इंडिया के गांव हैं दूर दराज के, जिन्हें हम पिछड़ा हुआ कहते हैं. इट इज़ स्टिल देयर एंड द रीज़न इज़ दैट which have not yet been corrupted by the western civilization. अभी वहाँ western civilization का असर नहीं पहुँचा है, इसीलिए वो बचे हुए हैं and still they retain the quality of the old Indian heritage and culture, even though the urban India, urban और rural का contrast है यहाँ. urban आप समझते हैं शहरी, और rural गाँव का. इवन दो द अर्बन इंडिया वॉज डीजेनरेटिंग का मतलब है वो खराब हो रहा है, सड़ रहा है. एंड स्टिल द रूरल इंडिया स्टिल कैरीड फॉरवर्ड द कल्चर एंड स्पिरिचुअल लेगेसी ऑफ द पास्ट. जो रूरल इंडिया है अभी भी अपने पुराने कल्चर को और स्पिरिचुअल लेगेसी को, स्पिरिचुअल लेगेसी का मतलब है जो हमारी धार्मिक प्रथाएं हैं, कल्चर है, रिवाज हैं, रीतियां हैं, उनको अभी भी आगे बढ़ा रहा है. एंड दिस ही कॉल्ड द अनपोल्यूटेड. पोल्यूटेड का मतलब तो आप समझते ही हैं. अनपोल्यूटेड इज़ द ऑपोजिट ऑफ पोल्यूटेड, यानी कि जहाँ पर वेस्टर्न सिविलाइजेशन का पोल्यूशन नहीं पहुँचा है, unpolluted part of India. What was the unpolluted part of India? The rural India. तो गांधी का जो लगाव था इंडिया के गाँवों के लिए, इंडिया के पुराने इलाकों के लिए, दूर दराज के एरियाज़ के लिए, गांधी had a great love for these places. He wanted them to flourish. And the reason was he believed that they carried the tradition of India's past, very superior past, culture and heritage. So I am going to finish my lecture over here, and in my next lecture we are going to discuss this remote village. ये जो रूरल इंडिया का एक एग्जाम्पल जो राजा राव ने अपनी नॉवल में उठाया है, और जो कि नॉवल का टाइटल भी है कांथापुरा. कांथापुरा इज़ द नेम ऑफ वन रिमोट इंडियन विलेज इन द साउथ, and we are going to discuss something about Kanthapura, but that we are going to do in our next lecture. I hope you have understood Gandhi's philosophy of nationalism.